players. The players do now emerge out onto the pitch, led by Rebels captain for the day, Dan Bayliss. So going through those lineups this afternoon for Slough Town: in goal, number 1, Charlie Horlock. At 4, Lexus Beeden. 5, Dan Bayliss. 6 will be Jean-Mal Prosper. 9, Slavi Sparzov. 10, John Gilbert. 12, Leon Chambers Perillon. 14, Scott Davies. 15, Henry Ochieng. 20, Johnny Goddard. 23, David Ogboner. On the bench for the Rebels will be number 2, Josh Chapman. 11, Francis Amati. 16, Dan Roth. 19, Sam Evans. And 22, recent signing, Odie Alpha. For our opponents this afternoon will be 31, Dylan Adai. 23, Evan Jones. 3, Alex Lafleur. 20, Connor Roberts. 6, Connor Stevens. 2, Lewis Rolfe. 18 will be Ashley Lodge. 16, Joe Grant. 12, Carl Olioidi. 9, Nathan Minas. 10, Mitchell Weiss. And on the bench for the Generals this afternoon will be 7, Bradley Clayton. 8, Tashawn Gallimore. 11, Zach Joseph. 22, Samson Eason. And 26 will be Omar Rowe. So just a quick point before we start today. If you hear any references for Leon Perillon, we've been advised just to drop the Chambers out of the name. Makes it easier for us to say one less word to say in pronunciation of the midfielder's name. But any references to the midfielder will now just be under Perillon. I think it's been changed on the official website as well. This time no short options here for John Gilbert. And this one will be delivered into the box. It's a bit low towards the near post. It's met by the head of Prosper, but his glanced header just off target at the near post there for Adai. Nothing to worry about there for the visiting keeper. Doesn't quite get the ball away before Oching does pick up the pieces, plays it forwards down the Rebels left this time for Perillon. Just looking for options, still able to drive forwards into the Chesham half. He's spotted now by a couple of runners, comes out to the left though, into the feet of Gilbert, just trying to drive towards that touchline, cuts inside, drives one across goal. It's flicked off the head of Eason there, or sorry, Jones rather. And a very soft free kick there awarded to Chesham. There's quite a few comments earlier just in and around the ground about how flat it felt today, and I think there's not much feel of a... It's not a derby. I don't feel any sort of rivalry or hostility against Chesham.
It just feels, yeah, like you said, it just feels like there's not.
It's just flat.
Yeah, there's no sort of cheering from either side really. It's a bit, unless everyone's had about 20 beers yesterday, it's a bit flat.
Davies just trying to hold off the run of Olaidi. They can't do it, and it's a flick there from a double save from Horlock there as he kept out both Olaidi and Minas, just following up on a rebound. And Slough a bit lucky to escape there. They will now look to clear the lines through Bayliss.
Substitution for Slough Town coming off.
As that substitution is made, Prosper has of course gone off to be replaced by Josh Jackman. And you would think a like for like position change as well.
Yeah, it looks like Jackman will just take on that left side of that back four. Commentary in the chat, their best memory of Chesham playing them at Wexham Park. Scott Davies, of course.
Yeah, and Gary missed it as well, is it?
I'm trying to read it through the comments in the chat, and it's one of those usual strikes in there from Scott Davies from long range. Caught out a die over his head into the back of the net.
When have we seen that before? A long range shot from even before the halfway line, as it lobs the Chesham keeper, Dylan Adai. Definitely caught him off guard, and will that maybe be the goal to spark the stadium into life? No, well.
From your own half, you can score from anywhere, right?
Maybe just answer a few more questions on the chat, and they might score. Well, not now, just until this free kick is taken.
But it's gone wide of Horlock's right-hand post. He finds Malidi. Just returns the ball back in there to Stevens. Just tries that ball over the top. The Bayliss hooks round, high up into the air. Gilbert just challenging in there with Stevens. Just wins the header. Nice. Just trying to flick forwards to Minas. It's offside flag has gone up. Good finish there from the number 9. Something that we were accustomed to seeing at certain points throughout the course of last season. It's just a bit of a misunderstanding there. Slough are able to turn the ball back just around the halfway line. Gilbert now with the ball just on the left-hand side, with Chapman just making an overlapping run, but he's cut inside, just driving forwards. Tries to find the feet of Sparzov. It's Ogboner there just with a good tackle just to win that ball back. Goes out to Gilbert. First time effort. Just wide of that near post for a die there, but a good swift incisive piece of play there, and Slough won that ball back high up the pitch. Some counter shouts in there from the away side with Ollie. He felt that he was being pulled back at the time. Again, very little interest in there from the referee. Slough now with the ball. Bayless just trying to run out from forwards, but Chesham will clear with a long high ball forwards. Davies underneath it will try and get some foot on it and just gets a touch on there, but it falls into Olidi. Chengo recovers well, just a bit of Chesham player under some pressure. Now comes out to the left-hand side towards Lafleur. Drives forwards down that left-hand side, finds Joe Grant just down by the byline. It's on the very edge of that Slough area, comes back to the edge to Mitchell Weiss, just trying to find some space, but can't quite get his shot on target. And again, from another relatively good opportunity, Chesham there just unable to test Charlie Horlock. A diagonal free kick in from Chesham, looking towards the head there of Connor Stevens. Did get a nice header back across goal, but cut out in the near post by Scott Davies. Jackman with an attacking throw in for Slough down the left-hand side. He's looking for options now. About 18 yards out. This goes towards the corner flag, towards Goddard. He's under a bit of pressure there. Goes into the feet of Ogbon. Just looking for options again. It's come back out to Goddard. Just moved towards the edge of the area. Comes right the way across to Chambersburg. First time effort, well struck. But well struck underneath the ball as well, and it's gone over the netting behind the Lynch Hill Academy end. They will go out for a goal kick for Chesham United. Enough to separate the two sides in what's been a flat atmosphere, flat, I think, all-round experience so far.
Yeah, it still feels the same, doesn't it? Even though we're 1-0 up at the moment, it's still majorly flat, which made me a bit surprised at.
As well, they're just to win the ball off Davies now, provides Lafleur with an opportunity to run down that left-hand side, low drive across the box there, just can't be touched in by Joe Grant, making that run in towards the middle. It was one of those drives that sort of gets caught in between a cross, a shot. Well struck from Lafleur, going across the goal, but just in front of those Chesham forwards there, just driving forwards into the area. To deliver this in, driven across towards that back post area, made by the head of Bayliss. Can't quite get the contact on it though that he would have liked, and it's a routine catch for Adai. Plays a little long ball forward, looking for the run of Minas, but Davies just brings that down on his chest before hooking the ball high out towards the left-hand side, headed away by Lewis Rolfe. Chesham again do well to clear their line to get the ball into Minas, just stepping in front of Bayliss there. Joe Grant just nice little pirouette on the ball, was able to put that ball into the feet of Mitchell Weiss. Plays down the left-hand side to Alex Lafleur, dinks one in towards the back post. Alan Jones just can't quite get it under control, and it's had to go outside of the area, back out towards that far touch line. Chesham though just starting to get a little bit on top in this game in the second half. 15 minutes gone. Still Slough Town 1, Chesham United 0. Chesham very much growing into this game in the second half. And we do have an opportunity here through Nathan Minas, and it's struck into the top corner. It will be the equaliser for an ex-Rebel.
And I think you just knew that was going to happen today, didn't you, Gary? Chesham, of course, as we've just seen, coming into the game a little bit more, and they've got their goal. Maybe they deserve, maybe the last 5 or so minutes, they of course pushed Slough back into their own half, and it is finished off in the end by, of course, as Gary said,
Number 9, Nathan Minas.
Former Rebel Nathan Minas.
Fizzed in. It's punched away by Horlock. Goddard pulled back. Bayliss will just charge out to complete that clearance. Bonner underneath it, trying to get something on there, but Chesham will turn this ball over, and Lewis Rolfe plays the ball back to Ashley Lodge. Again, just a little bit scrappy, but Slough do have the ball with Ocheng inside the centre circle. He's moving out towards the right-hand side. Spars up with a flick to pull through towards the runner, Pirillon. Can't quite get his volley right there as the ball had dropped over his shoulder. And a tame touch there in the end from Slough's number 12. Sees Dylan Adai able to collect that ball comfortably. Joe Grant there just goes through the back of Jackman. Nothing given by the referee. The judge has misjudged rather. He's broken through to Gilbert, progressing down the left-hand side, tries a low ball right the way across the box in towards Sam Evans. It's well cleared away. It has gone back out to John Gilbert though, just out towards that corner flag on the far side, in towards Sam Evans at the near post. Bonner follows up and a flick towards goal, and it's hit the post again.
Oh, God, I'm not quite
somehow kept out.
mighty close there to a second goal there for Slough. Just goes across that line and somehow stays out.
Just under 10 minutes left here at Arbour Park this afternoon. Slough 1, Chesham 1. With a ball from Ocheng there, he's just a little bit behind Beeden, but Slough defender is able to recover it, plays it forward into the feet of Evans, back into the centre circle to Pirellon. Comes back out to the left-sided centre-back, Dan Bayliss, further out now to the left-hand side. Chapman just going back to Pirellon. Moving into the Chesham half, just in that left channel, just trying to drive forwards now. Burst in, run forwards. It receives a pass back from Sam Evans. First time shot there, low drive across goal. Those well held by Dylan Adai. They're probably the first real move of quality that Slough have been able to construct for themselves throughout the course of the afternoon.
Getting the big lumps up from the back now.
The ball in towards the back post, head by Beeden. Well saved and held there by Adai. Almost a little shift now in momentum as Slough looking to get some opportunities as Adai now just takes another opportunity just to stay on the floor, get some treatment and slow that game right down. Just under 5 minutes of time, normal time at least, left here at Arbour Park this afternoon. Slough 1, Chesham 1. Come back into the feet of John Gilbert, but a good foot in there from Chesham, able to move that ball away, comes out to Pirellon, goes square, but it's well read by Zach Joseph, and he's able to intercept that pass and formulate a counter-attack for the away side. Looking to play into the feet of Nathan Minas. It's gone further out wide to the right-hand side, inside the Slough area. It's come back across, and it's a great tackle there on the line from Lexus Beeden just to get that ball away.
Yeah, Minas was in there, weren't he, if Lexus didn't get the ball in the end.
Yeah, the former Rebel striker there with his hands on his head, he knows what an opportunity that could have been had it not been for Lexus Beeden there. Tackle from the Cheshire midfielder. Doesn't fully recover the ball though. Slough are able to maintain possession just through Bayliss. Bayliss with a long ball forward, just looking down that left channel towards Sparzov. Headed back to Sam Evans and then hooked away by Chesham. And that does us for this afternoon. I'm quite thankful to say, because that was a spectacle.
Wasn't the best game of football in the world, was it?
Wasn't the best game. That said, the highlights have been well worth a watch back for Scott Davies' goal alone. I'm sure that the camera team did a much better job than me on the commentary team in terms of actually seeing the goal go in. So 1-1 here at Arbour Park this afternoon. Slough taking the lead through a fantastic strike from Scott Davies in the first half for an equaliser, as many would predict, from an ex-Rebel Nathan Minas in the second half.